Hello, everyone. Welcome to Transition Tuesdays. For this Tuesday, December 17th, 2019, I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could make it here today. I'm quite aware you could have been anywhere in this world today. I know you could have been anywhere in this world today, but you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So welcome to Transition Tuesdays, everyone. Now, without any further ado, guys, because we're going to get after it, because we got a special guest joining us shortly, but I'm going to introduce my co-host, who just happens to be my mom. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss May back to the show. What's going on, Miss May?
Hello, everyone.
There you go. There we go. Hey, Ma, you doing okay?
Oh, very well.
You doing good? Yeah. You're looking great.
Thank you.
You know, we missed you last week,
Thank
you know.
you.
We gave you a little week off, you know what I mean?
Yes,
So, you know, but yeah. How you like the new digs? You like the new digs, Ma? The new setting that we have, the new stage? You like that?
Oh, I like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you do.
Good.
You like it? Cool.
I like it.
Alrighty.
Comfortable and everything. It's very good.
There you go. Okay. If you like it, I love it. All right. That's what it
good
is.
for you.
There
Good
we go.
for
Do
you.
it for me. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, guys, before we begin the show, again, we have a special guest joining us on the hotline, but I like to always state my intentions before we start the show, and my intentions have never changed. My intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transition. So that are my intentions for the show here on Transition Tuesdays. And I talked briefly about my special guest, and we have a special guest joining us on the hotline. Special guest, are you there, sir?
I am here, Russ. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So now, Tom, we're gonna bring you in. We're gonna bring you out the right way. That's what we do. Our guests, we bring them out. You know, we're gonna explain the bio. We're gonna bring you out on stage the right way. So here we go, guys. My special guest is a graduate of Manhattan College, like myself, but that's not the reason why he's on this show here today. Because he's a Jasper brother, but we brought him here for something a little bit different here, okay? And he is an author of the historical fiction novel that compares the growth and struggles of America and baseball. Now, we're going to talk about his book in depth here this evening, and we're going to talk about so much more. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, please help me welcome my Jasper brother, Mr. Tom Reynolds, to Transition Tuesdays. Tom, thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Russ. I am honored to be on the show. Love it, man. Thanks for the invite.
No problem. It's our pleasure to have you on. I'm glad we could steal a couple of minutes for you. I really appreciate it, you know. And so, guys, ladies and gentlemen out there, the name of the book for Tom Reynolds is Miller Rounding Third. That's the name of the book. So Tom, if you could, tell us a little bit about the book and tell us about what inspired you to write Miller Rounding Third.
Thank you, Russ. I just always wanted to write a book. As you remember, I wrote for the Quadrangle back at Manhattan College.
That's right.
And I covered the basketball team, the crew team, and the baseball team a bit. Mm-hmm. And then just went into the business world, but I always wanted to write a book. Mm-hmm. And about 14, 15 years ago, I finally sat down and got it started. It just really inspired by, there was a story where a guy on the Angels in 2003, they won the World Series, and he wasn't voted a World Series share because he was a scab back in '94. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of made me wonder, that's not fair. The guy survived for 8 or 9 years, so I started writing about just the baseball union, and it grew into the history of baseball. And as I was writing, I started seeing a lot of comparisons between baseball and America. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, baseball started in 1869 when Reconstruction was starting right after the Civil War. Mm-hmm. In the 1920s, America became a world power, and baseball took off, Babe Ruth and all of that. In the 1960s, they had the unions and all the civil rights. And if you really think about it, baseball was ahead of America with the civil rights, because Jackie Robinson and breaking the color line predated Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King Jr. Mm-hmm. So unions baseball was a bit late to the union game in the 60s, because it started in the early 1900s with Upton Sinclair's The Jungle, but the baseball union is arguably the most powerful union in the country. Mm. So just started this story of a family in Ireland, 1732, came to America, followed them through the Revolutionary War, pre-Civil War, and in 4 generations of Major League Baseball players at those important times in history. And it ends really with a modern guy who kind of goes his own way. Dabbles a bit on steroids, but that's been overdone. But I really just wanted to tell the story of the history of baseball and the history of America, to really think about how many things happened during the history of baseball. You had 2 world wars, you had depressions, you had, again, the civil rights movement really turned everything upside down and corrected a lot of wrongs, and baseball was really ahead of that. If you look at one of the forgotten heroes in the free agency game was Curt Flood.
That's right, yeah.
And he basically gave up his career, and it didn't work. In 1969, he didn't want to be traded, and he got blackballed, unfortunately. And it took 6 more years for free agency to come along. And a lot of guys, unfortunately, they say a lot of younger players don't know who Curt Flood is these days, but he was really a pioneer. And so just really wanted to tell the story of baseball in America and show the parallels.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
It's a lot to tell.
Yeah, it's a lot to tell. Like you said, there's a lot of parallels, like the way you broke that down. And there is a lot of parallels. So where did you get the Miller rounding third? How did you come up with that particular title of the book?
That was a quote-unquote brainstorming session for about an hour and a half with my publisher and the editor. We just got on the phone. It was the book was published 3 years ago first by a different publisher, and they had some issues, so I got out of the contract, but it was originally baseball, America and the Game, and just, books should be a lot shorter, so the guys who republished it and re-edited it, we just got on the phone for an hour and a half and just threw names around. We had no idea what was going on, no idea really where to go with it, and just 3 guys sitting there together came up with it, and really the reason it's called the Miller rounding third, because it's almost like a philosophy of life. Everyone's always rounding third, trying to get home. So if you think about Miller trying to get around third, the name of the family is the Millers.
Okay.
And it's really, will he get home, and will he round third and get home? Will America round third and get home? Will baseball round third and get home? So it was a nice short title, and we thought it was a good summary of a philosophy of life.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, no. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, you joined us here on Transition Tuesdays, and we have the author Tom Reynolds joining us today, my Jasper brother, by the way. And we have Kimberly joining us today. Welcome, Kimberly. We also have Marlon Bernard joining us. Welcome, Bernard. Welcome, Marlon Bernard. And we also have Chris Smooth Williams joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, everybody joining
Jasper.
us. That's right, another Jasper. There you go.
That's right.
Yep. We also have Ed Gamble joining us. What's going on, Ed? Welcome. Thank you for joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Hey, so I mean that's really, like I'm really impressed by the parallels. That's why I'm really impressed by, I'm anxious to read the book and see how you capture the parallels between America and baseball, and that's a good thing. And I totally forgot, Tom, that you did write for the quadratical in school. I totally forgot about that. So you used to write about, I don't know. I don't have to think back though, Tom, but you probably put in an article about how terrible I was probably at Manhattan College. Did you write that article?
That one wasn't me, Russ.
Yeah.
and I don't recall that one. I don't think you had any bad games, man.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Tom. You're modest and you're a nice guy. I appreciate that. Because there were many bad nights, but we won't even talk about that. We won't even bring that up.
Hey, I don't know, your name wouldn't be in the rafters if they were. So
I guess they got to do it for somebody. I guess it was just me. I guess I don't know. Hey, but Tom, how are you able to make the transition to be an author? Because I know you're a business consultant, right? I know accounting is your deal. But how were you able to transition to being an author?
Yeah, I'm really, somewhat still doing that, if you will. The authorship is just a side job. It's something I did on the side, and as I said, I got the idea about 14, 15 years ago, and it took a while to get the writing starting. As you know, you're married, you have a wife and kids, you have a career, the whole 9 yards. So I'm really still transitioning, and as I said, it's a side thing. I have my full-time job, which I enjoy and I like, but I do really love the writing. It kind of took me back to writing at school for the quadrangle. And ideally, if somehow the dream would happen and I become the somewhat similar to our other Jasper brother, James Patterson.
That's right.
In some smaller way, at least. I'm not sure anybody could sell as many books as James Patterson.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
If I could transition and somehow become a full-time author, it'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're in the game, like myself, yourself, we're in the game. So, one book sold is, we're not equal to James Patterson, but hey, we got books out there. So that's a cool thing.
That's it. It's a start. Yeah.
Absolutely. Ma, you had a question for Tom at all? Or did you want to ask the question that you had for Tom?
No, just...
You just listening?
Just listening.
Okay.
Enjoying what he's saying about baseball.
Okay, I appreciate it. Because, my mom's a big-time Yankees fan, right, Mom?
Yeah.
My mom, she loves the Yankees. Are you a Yankee fan as well, Tom?
Yeah, that's great. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm a huge Yankee fan.
Yeah, did you write a story about the Yankees? Are they in your book?
Good question, Mom.
That's a great question, Mrs. Williams. And I write about the Yankees, and more indirectly, I make fun of the Red Sox a lot, our biggest rival.
That's a true Yankee fan.
Yeah.
That is a true Yankee fan. Hey, so Tom, I know you have the last name Reynolds, and you probably get this question a lot. Are you related to the actor Ryan Reynolds at all? The guy who was in Deadpool, and he's in this Netflix new movie, Six Underground. Are you any relation to Ryan Reynolds?
Not at all. I'd probably try to go into the movies instead of writing if I was.
Yeah. I don't know, Tom. You resemble Ryan a little bit, man. My idol. That Tom resembles it a little bit. That's why I thought I'd ask that question.
Well, that's great to hear, Russ. I appreciate it. And unfortunately, I haven't had any women say that to me, but...
I hear you, man. I hear you. Cool.
Oh, well, that's funny.
That is.
Yeah.
Now, we have joining us, Tanisha is joining us. Good evening, Tanisha. Thank you for joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Appreciate having you. So, Tom, what advice would you give others when they're transitioning to their passions? Because it seems like this was a passion project for you, writing Miller Rounding Third. So what advice would you give others when they're transitioning to their passion, to their passions?
Just to go for it. Just find the time, and once you find the time and you know it's your passion, it's like a snowball rolling downhill once you start. And as you had a great question, how did I find the time? How did I get into it? I just forced myself to make time, and it started as simply as on a Friday night at 10 o'clock when the kids were in bed. Instead of going to bed and laying down and read a book, I would go and start writing for an hour and a half, and it just takes off. So whenever you can find the time, just kickstart yourself, and it'll take on a life of its own.
Gotcha. Yeah, I could definitely hear the passion in your voice, and I felt that passion when we saw each other last, at the Manhattan College dinner, the business dinner, and you talked to me about the book, and with us conversating, I just felt the passion that you had, talking about your book, and everything that you displayed about the book. So now, that's why I want to ask you about the question about passion, about your book and everything. We have Kenneth joining us. Welcome, Kenneth, to Transition Tuesdays. Appreciate it. Hey, Tom, speaking of baseball, now, there's a little rumor going around about the word Jasper, like Brother Jasper, who was of Manhattan College. Now, is he officially known to introduce to the American public the 7th inning stretch for baseball? Is that true? Is that a rumor? Is that a misnomer? Do you know anything about that, Tom?
My understanding is it is true, and if it's not, I want a refund on my tuition.
Right, because I heard that going, on my days at Manhattan College, I think they had that in the like a media blog, or like the for the athletic department. Like people were asked, "What's a Jasper?" And Jasper was Brother Jasper. He was a priest at Manhattan College.
Yeah, right.
And he's known for.
He was a priest.
Yep, and we know he discovered the 7th inning stretch. Yeah, so that's a pretty thing,
And it's pretty wild. I don't know if you remember seeing it. He was also the this is a position that's no longer at Manhattan, but he was the dean of men, or the prefect of discipline. It kind of went hand in hand. And so I think it was 93 or 95 when we made the tournament, Bill Raftery was doing the game, and they showed a picture of Brother Jasper, and they explained everything you just said.
Wow.
And then he said, yeah, he was the prefect of discipline, and they showed a picture of him, and he looked like one of those guys who wouldn't take any gruff, right? Just a tough guy. So Bill Raftery goes, oh, boy, I'd hate to get called into that guy's office.
Yeah, right? I know, yeah, he looked like a tough guy, man. That is so true.
From anybody.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Perfect. Hey, so Tom, man, how can people get a copy of Miller Rounding Third? How can my listeners and viewers, how can they get a copy of your book? Where's it available?
Yeah, real easy. It's on Amazon. It's on a place called Lulu if you want for a hard copy, a soft copy too, and Smashwords if you want an ebook.
Okay.
So Amazon, Lulu, and Smashwords are the easiest place to get it.
Perfect. Okay. Hey, man, Tom, we wish you great success on the book. We know you're going to do well. We can't wait to read it because I want to read that parallel between America and baseball. Baseball being
I can't wait.
Baseball being America's pastime, and I can't wait to read the book. And I know it's coming from my Jasper brother, so I know it's going to be good. I know that for a fact, and I know everybody else out there is going to get the book and they're going to read it as well and learn something. Learn about the parallels between America and baseball.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Russ. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the book. I hope everyone does who buys it, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be on the show. It's great talking to you, and great being on your show.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Tom. We appreciate you, man. We're going to keep in touch with you, and we're going to, hopefully we're going to wish you much success in selling those books. And the name of the book, again, ladies and gentlemen, is Miller Rounding Third. Thanks again, Tom. We appreciate you, my man.
All right, thanks, Russ. Take care.
Okay, take care, my man. Okay, bye-bye. All right, Mr. Tom Reynolds.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, Mr. Tom Reynolds, author Tom Reynolds. Yeah.
Right, author Tom Reynolds.
Yeah, Tom did a great...
From Jasper.
Yeah, from Manhattan College, yeah.
Manhattan College,
Jasper. Yeah, Tom, he did a great job. He wrote for the school newspaper. He did a lot of articles on the, while we were at Manhattan College. He did a great job. So I know this book is going to be thrilling. I know that,
oh, yeah.
Looking at the parallel. That's going to be great between, America and baseball.
Right, I want to read it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yep. Cool. We got Kimberly joining us. Welcome, Kimberly, joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Appreciate having you. Perfect. Yeah, that was good stuff, huh, Mom?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
A lot of good stuff. Yeah, it's good to see, you got authors out there from Manhattan College. You got James Patterson. He's known, Manhattan College laurels of writing books. You got myself, Transition Game Plan. You got that book. Now you got Tom Reynolds, Miller Rounding Third. You know what I mean? So it's good stuff there. Good stuff. Jasper's representing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now,
maybe Giuliani will write something for you.
Oh, Giuliani, you might write.
Since he graduated from Manhattan College.
He did graduate from Manhattan College. He might be writing notes and stuff from somewhere else. Stay tuned on that. All right, I just leave it at that. Stay tuned on that. We will transition to something else, Mom.
Yeah, right,
okay.
Right, that's right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had the fortunate pleasure. I do a segment on Snowman in the Morning show. They call it Transition Tuesdays.
Yeah.
In which I'm on the show and we're talking about, transitional topics.
Right.
And the topic came up today that I want to share with everybody out there is the transition from a job to a career. We talked about that in depth. And I want to share my game plan steps with you guys on that. As who else is calling us? Oh, that's okay. All right. What about him? Let me get that. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we'll turn that off. Sorry about that. So again, this show is live. Anything can happen, right, Mom? There you go.
Anything can happen.
That's true. So yeah, we have.
Be surprised.
This is true.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Absolutely. Yes. So we did talk about the transition from job to a career, and I want to share with some of the game plan steps that I can give to others to help them when they're in that situation, that particular transition. And first of all, I want to start by, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there, Mom,
Yeah.
who, a lot of dreamers out there who has left jobs to create their own careers.
Career, right. That's
So
true.
I applaud those people. I pride myself to being one of those people as well. So I applaud those people, and sometimes that could be a difficult task
Right,
to
it's
do.
not easy.
It's not easy. It's not
A
easy.
lot of hard work.
Yeah. Yep. So there's 3 game plan steps one should take, resulting in a smooth transition from a job to a career. And I want to stress this: the goal. The goal is to ultimately have a smooth transition. So let me just start with that, okay?
Right.
So the first game plan step, or the GPS as I call them, GPSs. The first GPS you got to keep in mind is when you're transitioning from a job to career is you have to bring the passion to that new career. Okay, that's so important. Bring passion to what you do. So Ma, in definition, a lot of times a job is something that you do.
Right.
Okay, people say, I do a job. That's something that you do.
A job.
Yeah, it's something that you do. Where a career is something you love doing.
Yeah,
It's something that you love doing.
Right.
Okay, that's the difference between it. Go
And
ahead.
a career, you're going to do it for a while.
You're going to do it for a while.
You're going to do it for a while.
That's true. That's true. And you're going to be, the passion, the love that's invoked from it, that love evokes passion.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we talk about bring passion to your new career. Because the bottom line is this, guys, those who are passionate about their careers, they don't consider, what they do as a job. Rather, they consider what they do in as a career as a calling. Okay. Because they're passionate about their new career.
Right.
So that's the first GPS. Okay, be passionate or bring passion to your new career. Second GPS is maintain a positive mindset. Okay, I can't stress this any further. I mean, this is major here. Positive mindset. Okay, you have to always go into this transition by thinking positive thoughts. That is so important. Thinking positive thoughts and surrounding yourself with positive people on your team. That is so vital. Okay. Now, Ma, and I'll share this with you and everybody out there. You ever go into a room sometimes and it's just that one person in the room who's negative and just sucks the life out of that room, right?
Yeah, right.
You don't even want to be near that person because that negative vibes and energy, because negative energy, takes a lot out of you, you know what I mean? But that person is always there. So you want to, number one, run from that person if you're ever in a room like that, and if you're that person, if you just happen to be that person, you got to stop what you're doing. You know what I mean? You got to stop what you're doing, and you got to surround yourself with those positive people. Okay. And again, you have to drown out the negative noise what takes place when you transition from a job to a career.
Career, yeah.
Because they're going to be those namesayers. There's going to be like your family members. They're going to be families. They're going to be friends. They're going to be your former cohorts who are going to be like, hey, Russ, why are you leaving this job, man? Why are you leaving us here? You think you're better than us? What do you think you're doing? All that negative talk, you just got to drown that out. Drown out that negative noise by surrounding yourself with positive people and thinking positive thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. We got Richie joining us. Welcome, Richie, to Transition Tuesdays. Then the third GPS when you're transitioning from job to a career is celebrate your victory. We talk about that every time, right, Ma? Celebrate your victory. Because think of it like this, ladies and gentlemen. When you're making that transition from job to a career, you already have done the heavy lifting already. You've done that already. You've done that. So my advice to you would be take a victory lap. Pat yourself on the back. You've done a great job. You're winning in the process already. You have already won. Okay? In the game of life, being happy. Because we all want to be happy.
That's right.
This is making you happy. This is leading towards your happiness. And it's not easy when you're transitioning from a job to a career. And if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not easy. So celebrate your victory for what you have accomplished thus far in your transition. Okay, that's so important. So just to recap the 3 GPSs when you're transitioning from a job to a career. Bring passion to your career. I'm passionate about what I do. You know what I mean? You know what, Ma? I share this with you. I wake up thinking about my new career as a transition coach, an author, a speaker. I wake up to that. I'm passionate about that. Bring passion to your new career. Bring GPS number 2, maintain a positive mindset. Forget about those negative thoughts. Positive thoughts. Surround yourself with positive people. Third GPS is celebrate your victory. Take time to pat yourself on the back. Take time to take your victory lap. Take 2 or 3 victory laps. Do it all. Celebrate your victory because you're winning. Okay? Make sense? Make sense, Mom?
Makes sense. Makes
all right.
a lot of sense.
Cool. Okay. So, Mom, we had a lot of traffic here today going on like that. You know what I mean? It's time. You know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
It is time for our favorite segment, Miss May. Who you rolling with? So,
I don't know about the favorite.
You don't know about the favorite? Well, I'm going to admit it's my favorite. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your theme music on, Mom. Because we didn't do this last week. Because I was away on assignment, basically. But now we're bringing it back. Okay. So, Mom, and ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, okay, first time joining the show, we have the love mug. Give it to me by my lovely daughter, Taya. My mom, Miss May, she's going to choose 3 different topics. We're going to find out which topic or which person or which thing she is rolling with. So, Miss May, please choose one.
Okay, who I'm rolling with.
Yeah. Okay, let me read this. Okay, let's see what it is, Mom.
New.
It's new, right? There you go. All right. Oh, this is good for the holiday season. And season greetings to everybody out there. Now, Ma, which one are you rolling with? Okay? You know when families get together during the holidays, they play cards.
Yes.
Okay? So, Miss May, I want to know which card game are you rolling with? Poker or Pity Pat? Which game is Miss May rolling with? Poker or Pity Pat? Which one you rolling with, Mom?
Oh, I think I like Pity Pat.
You like Pity Pat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I like poker also.
I know you like poker.
But Pity Pat, I think I like better.
Okay.
Especially when you play it for Christmas and, a lot of people.
Okay. Do you play for money when you play?
Of course.
Hey, I got to ask these things. Hey, you play for money? High stakes?
Oh, yeah. I play for money.
Okay.
No.
You have to play. You don't waste time.
No, I don't waste my time for nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, a lot of people play. I should have put in here.
Just for fun.
Yeah, a lot of people play spades too. I don't know if you're familiar.
I don't know how to play spades.
Okay, well, spades, people play that. They don't play it for money. They play it for fun.
Yeah, they play.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah,
Yep. We got Stan the Man Anderson joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Welcome, Stan.
Spades, I play it with my grandkids, and we play it for fun.
You play it for fun?
Yeah, we play it for fun.
Okay. But you don't like having fun. Money has to be involved for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you choose Pity Pat, right?
I do Pity Pat.
Okay.
Or poker.
Okay, Pity Pat first. Okay.
Pity Pat first.
Deuces Wild for Pity Pat?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
cool. Okay.
Wild.
All right. For you millennials out there, look that up, Pity Pat. Because a lot of people don't know about that, Mom.
Everybody know that because that's an old game. That's older than poker.
But you got these young people, they might not know. But now you schooling them, so that's cool. All right, Ma, Jordan, take another one, please.
Yeah, the young people, they probably don't know.
They might not know. That's true. Okay. Thank you, Mom.
Because they probably don't have no time for that. They probably like poker.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Miss May, which one you rolling with here? Either Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. Which one is Miss May rolling with? As Stan says, Merry Christmas, Russ and Mom. Appreciate that, Stan the Man.
Yeah.
So, Miss May.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, thank you. Which one you rolling with, Mom? Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? Which one is Miss May rolling with? That's a good one, then.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
What you like?
Oh, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Uh-huh.
Why are you rolling with New Year's Eve than Christmas Eve?
Not all that hustle and bustle with New Year's Eve, the shopping's over.
Right.
Your cooking's over.
Okay.
And you just relax.
Relax, have fun.
Eve,
okay.
Just have fun.
Okay. Have a little something to drink, some soda in your case, maybe.
Yeah, your black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas. What else is good?
Collard greens.
Collard greens. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you gotta have those two in New Year's Eve.
Yeah. You gotta have those two in New Year's Eve.
Okay. There you go.
That's good.
All right. So you're rolling with New Year's Eve.
With New Year's Eve. I like it better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as when I was younger, I like Christmas Eve. The anticipation.
Oh, yes. When I was young.
Right.
I like Christmas Eve.
Right.
Much better because you couldn't wait for Santa Claus.
This is true. That's true.
Yeah.
But now, when you get older, a certain age, New
Yeah,
Year's Eve,
New
you know,
Year's
you partake
Eve.
in
Yeah,
the
right.
libation, as they say,
Yeah,
stuff like that. Cool, my joint. Take another one for me, please. Thank you.
This the last one.
No, not necessarily. I might have a bonus.
No.
You just don't reach in there.
We
No.
don't do bonuses.
What? We do bonuses. As Stan says, Chris will have a bottle of Sprite. Yeah, I guess you hit down the nose there,
Yeah,
Stan the
Chris.
man. Because Chris doesn't partake in that. And
Right.
Chris says, classic tradition, the greens. There you go. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. What do you think about that Sprite comment there, Chris? I need you to chime in on that, all right? But before you do that, so Miss May, which one are you rolling with here? Ooh, okay.
What?
Now, Miss May, are you rolling with McDonald's French fries? McDonald's French fries or Russ's homemade fries? Now, you had that
Oh,
recently.
Yeah. Oh, now,
Which one are you rolling with?
I love Russ's homemade fries much better than I do McDonald's.
Now, my
Yours are I'm not saying it because of
Well,
you,
okay.
because I'm not
Okay.
a
French fry person?
at McDonald's
Okay.
another place.
Okay.
But I love your French fries, and
Okay.
they stay warmer longer. You know, 'cause, you can get it at
In the store,
in the stores.
it gets cold.
They're cold
Mhm.
in a few minutes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
But you like mine.
Oh, I
better.
like yours, and that good old season you put on it. I don't know what is that.
Well, first of all, I appreciate that, Mom. By you said you like my fries better than McDonald's French fries. I appreciate that. I mean, that's
'Cause
great.
yours have more season.
Well, I appreciate
Yeah,
that, and you coming, as my mom, I really appreciate that. To get back with the seasoning, I'll give you a little tips what I do. So I put a little Cajun seasoning in there. I do a little olive oil cooked. I also have a little garlic pepper, a little lemon pepper,
Oh, my
a
goodness.
dab of salt, just a dab,
Uh-huh.
okay, and a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of pepper.
What-
All that, mix it in, bam.
It's delicious.
You like that?
Oh yeah, I love that.
I appreciate that, Mom.
That good season.
Okay.
I love that.
Maybe I could cook that
Oh,
for the viewers watching the show.
Yeah,
We'll
you're
see.
right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can make that for dinner instead of taking it out for dinner for Christmas.
There you go. Okay. If
Yeah.
you just want French fries, I can do that. I can arrange that. I can definitely arrange that. All right, Ma, I got one more. Because you didn't do it last week, so
I
this
tell
is
you, we don't do bonus.
Oh, come on. This is the bonus one because we missed you last week, so the people want to know who you're rolling with, okay? So this is the bonus
Who
one.
is it?
Okay, cool. All right. Now, Miss May, which one you rolling with here? Talking or listening? Which one does Miss May like?
Oh, it depends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes I like to listen and sometimes I like to talk. So I don't know. I don't know when that might happen. But sometimes you're talking to people and they want you to listen.
Right.
And then I listen then.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm talking to people. I might want them to listen, but they don't.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a good listener?
Oh, I am.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must admit, you are a good listener.
Yeah, I am. I am a good listener.
And I think the key to a good listener is you allow the person to talk.
To talk, yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
sometimes people just want you to listen.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want you to say anything, just listen.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Gotcha.
I'm very good at that.
Gotcha.
I'm very good at that.
And everybody watching, they love when you talk. So I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted you to talk about this. And they love to hear you talk about things. And,
yeah.
that's why I put this question out here for you, Ma. Because I knew that you like to talk and the people like to listen to you. So I just wanted to just let you know about that. Cool, okay. Gotcha. But I guess sometimes, Ma, there's a reason why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
That's right.
You know, so we can listen more and talk less.
And
you know
talk
what
less.
I mean? Yup.
That's right. That's the name of the game.
That's right. That's right. We got my man Tommy joining us. Tom was just on the show. Now he's joining us. So we love it, Tom. We love it, man. We love it. Stan says you gotta listen first in order to be understood.
That's right.
There you go. There you go.
Good Tom.
Yeah, no, that's Stan. That's Stan the man who said that.
Yeah, good Stan.
Yes. We got Yosinya If I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, my apologies, but I'm glad to have you here on Transition Tuesday, straight from the NO, joining us here on Transition Tuesdays. Hey, so ladies and gentlemen, if we were able to make you laugh, smile, and think during our broadcast, my good friends, you have accomplished something major today. So, celebrate your victory. Right, Mom? Does that sound familiar? That sound like something I've said before.
You just said that.
Yeah, that's one of the GPSs, right? You know? Yeah. But we say that all the time. Celebrate your victory.
That's a true thing.
True things. True statement. Celebrate your victory. So important, right, Mom?
It's very important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, Mom, we brought your favorite segment back. We missed you last week, but I'm glad to have you on this week. And again, I want to thank you, Ma, for co-hosting the show once again. You always do a great job. I missed you last week. We had you. I was out on an assignment right now, then.
Right.
But it's good to have you back. It is good that you answered.
Oh, happy to be back.
Yep, and I'm so glad you answered the bonus question that I had for you, because I know you, Ma, you wasn't going to answer that question.
Yeah, because we don't do bonus.
I know,
Yeah.
but we did so today, and I appreciate it, Ma. I love you too, so thank you again for co-hosting the show. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Cool. No problem. And I want to thank Mr. Tom Reynolds for coming on the show. Again, his book is Miller Rounding Third. You can get it on Amazon.com, all the different major outlets out there. And I'm going to get more information for Tom, and that way I'm going to post his book information. That way you can read that book, because I'm anxious to read the parallels between America and baseball. Which Tom pointedly, he brings that out in his book. So I can't wait to read that. So again, Tom, thank you for joining us, man. We really appreciate having you, giving us a little bit of time in your busy schedule to talk about your book. And also, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching Transition Tuesdays. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So thanks again for watching Transition Tuesdays. And Tom says, thank you, Russ, for having me on. A true pleasure. Absolutely. It's a pleasure having you on, Tom. Pleasure having you on. So as we always say in parting here, ladies and gentlemen, happy transitioning, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.